Alright, this is my review specifically for Matt Sweeney on the MC6000. Matt, I highly recommend this one because of the fact you're going into mobile DJing. As you know, Matt Drake has the Tractor S4. I'll tell you, club-wise, the Tractor S4 will run circles around this thing just because of the fact that it's more space as far as you can't accidentally hit buttons, stuff like that. But for mobile DJing, seriously, get this one. This is awesome. I'm going to try to run through some of the stuff. I've never done a video before, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, starting out, first of all, you said something about getting this ultimate laptop. Right now, you probably can't see it on the screen, but right now I am running a dual-core, only a 2.19 gigahertz dual-core at 2 gig of RAM. That's all I've got on this thing. It's really nothing spectacular. It's actually running XP crap. So runs it great. I've DJed a couple things with it. Running all night long. Runs awesome. As far as the drive's concerned, what I'd recommend doing if you're paranoid like I am is actually I've got two external drives that I run. One is a RAID drive. It's got two drives in it, so if one fails, the other one kicks over right as it's going. And I actually carry a secondary single external drive just in case something goes weird with that. Of course, I've also got the other aspect because I'm seriously paranoid, even though this system has never failed. I actually carry my work laptop with me, which also has Virtual DJ Pro on it. Alright, so let me stop. Alright, so that's the basic stuff. Now I'm going to kind of took this thing off my hands for a second. When I bought this, I bought it with the case. The case does not need the rails. It actually fits in nice and snugly. It has a little front cover on it that covers up all the front controls. Works out pretty good actually when I run it between my lights and my other mixer where I got my power and stuff like that. It fits nice and neatly in that spot. The downside is I have forgotten to put it back in once. Alright, so basically I power everything up. As you see, some of the cool features on the Denon 6000 are it's got two mics, mic 1, mic 2, and as you see it does have the high, medium, and low, mids and low. It also has an echo feature, which is good because some of the Girl Scout stuff that I do some karaoke stuff, so it's nice to throw that echo on there. Your standard crossfader, which channels go into which one, and your standard standby mode. I haven't messed with that yet, but basically I'm leaving pretty much everything generic. The one thing that over on this side you'll see, this is the, we turn it sideways here, so you can see all of it there. Mic level 1, mic level 2, mic on, ducking. That's an auto ducking. I didn't think it was. It was one of those things I pushed the button and thought it was going to, duck as soon as I did it. Nope, it listens for sound, and as soon as sound hits, then it actually ducks down. Not too bad. If you pause a lot like I do, then it kind of brings music back up, which kind of sucks, but that's life. The echo on, and I'm not too sure what the post is for. I haven't read that yet. Over there, this is my standard monitor. Your headphones, it's split Q with volume, Q master, your standard stuff. Okay, now one of the things up here is you'll notice this is what I really like about being a mobile DJ unit, because you see you have auxiliary line 1, line 2 monitor, and you have line 1 and MIDI on channel 2 and 3, and 4 you have auxiliary line 1, line 2, and MIDI. So basically you can put 4 lines into this thing other than just what's running from Virtual DJ. I don't like running 4 decks. Honestly, I think it's almost too muddled at that time, so I don't. So usually what I do is I usually hook up the 5500 will run on decks. I do believe I've got it set up for decks or channels 2 and 3 is what I have it set up for. So pretty cool there. Your standard load, your standard select, I'll run through those in just a second. Your standard wheel, it feels really nice like a Denon should. It's kind of nice. Every now and then though, the one thing I found that when we were mobile DJing is my daughter accidentally brushed across the top, and in scratch mode it stops the music because you're scratching. Not that bad, just something to remember. Crossfader is pretty sensitive, but I like it. It works really good. As you know, we don't do a lot of crossfading stuff, so people like the sensitive thing. I'm kind of whatever. These are set up in paired mode as far as, if you look, you've got pitch bend for vinyl bend on this side, cue, play, pitch bend, and it's set up the exact same, this, not opposite side. Kind of like that thing. Alright, let me put this thing back on the stand here, and then I'll get into some of the other features on it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try to do some of the features we got here. It's kind of tricky because of the fact that I don't really have cameras perfectly like I want them, but it works. I don't have any speakers hooked up, but I'm just going to crank out. The volume on the phones are really loud. Cheap Myers Sony headphones, I think they cost like $30. They kick butt though. Alright, so some of the features that I've got in here right now is one I'm running off a little USB drive just so I can get some music in here. I've got this set up for the skin that I had when I was using the 5500 as the MIDI. I haven't changed it back yet just because of the fact I've gotten used to where everything lays out up here. You can use your mouse and stuff like that to actually trigger everything up here also. I got a touch screen that I'm possibly going to be adding in pretty soon just so I can either or trigger between them. Haven't quite decided yet. Alright, so down here you've got in this middle button the select button. If you look up here you'll see that during my browser you can spin right straight through them. So I'll do something stupid like Bad Romance, okay, just load that on deck A, there's a load A. Flip. Here's something that I have found that I do not like. Right now it is loaded up and it is actually centered on beat. I have found that it does not, or I have not found the feature that auto loads it to the first beat. So you want to make sure you get used to that, because I know that if you're like me, I'm used to the system pulling it to the first noise. This one does not that big of a deal. I just make sure I go in and I cue it up every time. Boom, hit the button, and it's going. Well, it's supposed to be going. I must have missed a volume here somewhere to be able to do that. Interesting. I will pause till I fix it. Okay, I was an idiot. No, I had to turn the level up. So I don't know if you can hear that too well, but hey, this is all coming up from a little EB thing anyway. So you hit that, pick the next one. Cash Mellows and Drugs, loaded in deck B. And you'll see it turns up in the other color. Ooh, that one actually lined up right on. Ooh, something I didn't notice before. When I left the song, I actually had different cue points on it and actually kept the cue points. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. You'll see these two are lit up. You got 4 different cue points. Shift cue deletes them. So then, actually, as I'm doing this all, on the fly type thing. There you go. See, it starts it. Very sensitive. I can quick check that volume there. So very, very sensitive, which, as you know, I love to fire stuff off like that. That's very cool. One of the other things that that I actually like about this, actually, I'm going to do the other song so it's noisier. One of the other things I found that is annoying until I figured out what it was, and I still don't like it, but that's just the way that it goes, is, come on, let's jump forward here. There we go. Okay, so I got it running an auto loop just so I got the same thing. Okay, the effects. The effects one, first of all, down here you've got browse, your sample decks, your effect decks, and your record deck. In the effects deck, they don't explain this well unless you really read instructions, as you know I don't. The level for effects 1 will actually change which effect you're doing. So you set it to the effect that you want, then you hit it to turn it on. Then your parameters are run off of 2 and 3. Effect 4, this is one that throws me. Effect 4 is always going to be that effect, every time. Don't ask me, you know what it's called, I'm just drawing a blank right now. Now the downside of that is, if I leave it on all the way up there, turn off the effect, as soon as I touch this knob, it turns it on. So I have no way to center it back in after I turn it off without turning it back on again. Real annoying, but it works. You also have your standard kills for all the channels. You know me, I don't play with that as much. I think you do, but I don't play with that as much. The beat lock works great. There is one problem with the beat lock though. If you go into the sync mode, then you end up, it tries to catch itself up. So you end up with slowing some things down. Here, take it off that one. Okay. so it slows down the speed in order to pick it up, which is annoying because it tries to catch itself, and then if you want it to fire off immediately, if you fire a little late, you'll catch it to the next beat. So, as you know me, I don't like auto beat blocks anyway. That's just me. That's annoying. That's basically it in a nutshell. I hope that this helps you make a decision or not, and if you need more information, let me know.